Next guest graduated magna cum laude with a double degree and started 5 different companies. She worked as a surf model, professional tango dancer, and traveled to nearly 50 countries before age 35. She was looking for something more when she was unknowingly drawn into a cult that took over her life for nearly 7 years. Renee Linnell shares her incredible story in her new book, The Burn Zone, and is here now with more. I have been so looking forward to meeting you.
Thank you.
And looking at you, my first question is, how does someone like you become brainwashed and end up in a cult?
That is the million-dollar question. And the answer is slowly. And after the perfect storm of events. Most of my family died when I was young, so I was seeking and searching from a young age. Why are we here? What comes after we die? And I had been raised Catholic by an alcoholic and abusive mother, so immediately I wasn't really, the Catholic Church didn't work for me. And so I was searching and traveling the world looking, and then I walked into a meditation seminar when I was 33 years old, and that's how the book opens, with me meditating for the first time and finding peace, and so I stuck around.
It was, yes, peaceful and relaxing, and you felt part of something more. So this group billed itself as an empowerment group, right?
Yes.
To help you become the best person you can be. Then you realized it was a cult.
Right.
And then what happened from there? There were some red flags that you found that you want to share with us, right?
Yes. Yes. The teacher was a woman, which made me feel safe. And she said in the East, people have these really strong spiritual practices, but they live in poverty. And in the West, people have these great careers, but they're spiritually soul sick. And so what she taught was sharpen your mind through meditation and then use your career as your spiritual practice and bring the best of yourself to every moment of your career, get promoted, make more money, create a life where you can meditate better and give back to the world through philanthropy.
Doesn't that
sounded great?
Right?
And like any toxic relationship, it was great in the beginning. I mean, if you go on a first date and somebody hits you, you don't go on a second date.
Exactly.
But they romance you. So there was about 1.5 years of romance and build up and giving me these amazing tasks like get a black belt in karate and become a computer programmer and learn to meditate. And then my life became more and more consumed with the group. And then they start introducing self-doubt. And so red flags are any group that's easy to get into and hard to leave, where they shame you and ostracize you if you want to leave. A group where they start increasing tuition and it becomes more and more expensive to stay. Another red flag is where the peace that you find depends on the leader, that they don't teach you how to find it at home alone, and they attribute it to the leader. And another red flag is shame. When you start to feel bad, it's time to go.
So you felt those,
yes,
right?
Yes.
The book, though, the title of it, The Burn Zone.
Yes.
Yes. What is the burn zone, Renee?
I had originally named it I Drank the Kool-Aid, The Long Journey Back to Myself, and my publisher picked this name, and I love it. It starts off with when I sat in the very front row of the meditation seminar, and I had this incredible experience of my mind going blank and white and filled with peace, and I was scared by that, even though I was drawn in. And she said...
Because she was so charismatic.
She was so charismatic, and because there was so much peace when I meditated. And so I asked what happened to me, and she said, you're sitting in the burn zone. You may want to move back a few rows. Wow. Meaning the light coming off of her was so powerful.
Wow.
But I realized as I went through the whole dismantling of my sense of self, burning everything I own, getting everyone that I loved out of my life, my friends and family.
Did they make you do that? Or?
Yes. Yes, wow. They remove your support structure. I realized as I went through the melting down of who I was, that when I came out the other side, finally, I came out stronger and wiser, kinder, more compassionate.
So you did glean some goodness from this terrible experience.
I did. It took years. It took 6 years to heal. But I realized that's the burn zone too, when life comes along and shatters us, and we come out the other side better if we stick in there, if we stay in there.
Yeah, it doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, what kind of person are you today, and how different a woman are you today than when you were in the cult?
I have to say I like who I am better now.
You're pretty awesome,
Thank
lady.
you. You know, I think I had so much PTSD, and what I realized with PTSD is it's wishing what happened never happened. And I was wishing I was who I was before it happened. I used to be very outgoing. I always had to be the center of attention. I was a model and a professional dancer. But I was self-righteous and judgmental and selfish and a little spoiled. And after going through everything I went through, I realized I just want to be kind. I just want to be kind, and I want to be grateful. And I thought I had to destroy everything human about me to become enlightened. And now I realize I can act enlightened every moment of every day by getting in my car 15 minutes earlier so I'm not a jerk in traffic, or leaving a larger tip, or opening a door for somebody struggling with packages.
And it makes you feel good when you do that. There's
Yes.
these little things.
Yes.
So little they seem, but give you such peace and gratitude.
I think we love to be of service, and I think that we were born to love, and when we're loving and kind, we feel the best about ourselves, and when we feel good about ourselves, we're kind to others. So I got melted down and came out the other side a better version.
That's great. There was one thing that I read that you had said that I really like, because I think all of us can relate to this, that when you're feeling angry or mad or frustrated, that you try to stay home if you possibly can, so you don't share that with anybody else, that you don't want to put that energy on anybody else. And I thought that was great, because
Thank you.
what a wonderful thing to try to do. It's like, yeah, why should you give that to somebody else? So,
Well, and I also think in spiritual communities, we're told we're supposed to be love and light all the time, and that's not the human experience. For as much love as we feel and as much light, we also feel anger and fear and despair.
Sure.
And so I think we have to acknowledge that we have those feelings, but I try my hardest when I'm in those moods to not spew them all over others and to stay home
that's great.
if I can.
Okay. Now, the most wonderful thing is you're going to be in Sarasota on April 24th.
Yes.
Signing your books.
Yes.
Tell us where and the times, please, Renee.
Okay, I'll be at Elysian Fields at noon on April 24th, and Barnes & Noble on Tamiami Trail at 7 p.m. that evening. Yes.
Okay. So people will be able to meet with
Yes.
you, questions and answers about the burn zone?
Yes.
And they can get it online now, or go to Barnes & Noble or Elysian
They can
Fields
go to those
pick
two
them up?
stores. They'll have them, and it would be great to pre-order them and pick them up that night,
Yeah.
or get them now, and I'd
So-
be happy to sign them.
Yes, get them now so you can read them.
Yes.
Because it's a fascinating book.
And it's now available on Audible, narrated by a New York actress, for those that don't like to read.
Okay, I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
And of
Great.
course, Amazon and barnesandnoble.com.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I look forward to seeing you at your book signing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being
so
here.
nice to meet you.
Coming up this weekend is the 23rd annual Big Truck Day Extravaganza. Easter egg hunts, photos with the Easter Bunny, and a variety of trucks for kids to play in. Admission is free this Saturday at Nathan Benderson Park. Plus, this Saturday is World Circus Day. Come celebrate at the Ringling Circus Museum, featuring world's largest miniature circus, costume, and local circus history. Enjoy free admission all day. If you would like to promote your community event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you, and this is a complimentary service. Please call our producer, Andrea Chu, at 941-361-4651. To view previous episodes, go to snnTV.com. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.